this is Elite Weather Forecasting. I'm meteorologist Mr. G here with you once again as we talk about the weather forecast coming up for the next 3 days. So we got your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we're going to cover for you. Finish out the work week. I hope you guys are all having a great day today. We're having a great day as far as the weather is concerned here in the upper Mississippi Valley in the state of Minnesota. We're seeing those nice temperatures today up in the upper 70s and lower 80s. And those humidities running about 50 degrees, so not too, it's pretty comfortable out there today, not too sicky. But let's talk about the weather where you might be today. So let's move on and talk about our city of the day. The city of the day is going to be in the New England states of Connecticut. So we have Bridgeport, Connecticut. And unfortunately, Bridgeport is a city that has suffered a lot economically, as they have suffered as the jobs, manufacturing jobs have gone overseas. Bridgeport made its money off of manufacturing, and unfortunately, those jobs have been long gone. So here we are with the city of Bridgeport, which is one of the most economically depressed cities in the New England area. And your temperature today, it is currently 79 degrees out there. So at least you're having a nice day as far as the weather is concerned. You did have a few showers around this morning, but it's going to be cloudy to partly cloudy for the remainder of the day, and that high temperature will be about 80, so you just about reached your high, and you're going to see those temperatures rise into the mid 80s for your Thursday and Friday. So you can end the day on Friday at 85 degrees, but you will have a dry week through the remainder of your work week here. So let's move on and talk about the weather today. And the weather today, we're going to be looking at the national radar, and on that radar we have our frontal boundary that's making that rain across the southeast and along the Gulf Coast area this afternoon. So we're going to be seeing those showers across the southern plains and down into the deep south down there. So south of Tennessee and through portions of Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, and into Georgia. We're going to be seeing that rainfall. And we have some more rainfall up in the northeast. And some of that rainfall was in the Bridgeport area earlier today, but as we can see, this weather system is starting to move off to the northeast, and we do have a few scattered showers here across portions of the upper Mississippi Valley there along the Minnesota and Wisconsin border and Lake Superior, and another area of some showers and storms there in the high plains of North Dakota and eastern Montana. And let us not forget our monsoons down here across the southwest. And we have this disturbance down here over the state of Texas that threatens some showers and storms down across West Texas. In the West Texas town of El Paso is seeing those showers and thunderstorms today. We have another weak weather system out here across the West Coast that's threatening some rain from the Bay Area north into portions of southern Oregon this afternoon as well. So now let's take a look at, as we talk about the lightning strikes out there. Here's a radar with the lightning strikes imposed over it, and we're seeing those lightning strikes. We have some thunderstorms to portions of the northeast and into the mid-Atlantic. We have some showers and storms down here in Florida, and a few lightning strikes here in this activity, but most of this is rainfall. But there are a few embedded thunderstorms, and we're seeing some thunderstorms there across the northern plains, a few thunderstorms across the upper Mississippi Valley, and we have our monsoons just getting going here, as it's a little bit still earlier in the day across the West Coast. So we're just starting to see those thunderstorms getting going out west in those monsoons. So we're starting to see some of those lightning strikes out that way as well. And as we talk about those watches and hazards, it's hot out there through portions of the northwest where you're just not used to that kind of heat, but we are seeing that heat over the interior portions. It's okay if you're west of the Cascade Mountain Range, if you're Seattle and Portland, those temperatures about in the 80s. But if you're in the interior portions of the Pacific Northwest, into the Washington and Oregon here, into that farmland there and those semi-desert areas, you are seeing it quite hot out there, as those temperatures are reaching up into the triple digits in some isolated locations. But it's mostly in the 90s, and you do have a little bit of humidity in place as well. So we have heat advisories and an excessive heat watch as well through portions of eastern and central Washington this afternoon. And we have our red flag across northern California, and we also see our heat watch, heat advisory, and excessive heat as well through the Central Valley of California. We have a few areas where we're going to be seeing that flash flooding through portions of southwestern Arizona down there. We got a reach way over there, but southwestern Arizona, we could see some flash flooding as well as through northeastern New Mexico and into northern Colorado. Some of those monsoons can lead to some flash flooding issues this afternoon. And we have our heat advisory down here across the south along the Gulf Coast through portions of East Texas, southern Arkansas, and northern Louisiana, as well as southern Mississippi and far southwestern Alabama, right there along the Gulf Coast where we're seeing that heat and humidity. So a heat advisory is in place for that reason, for that region. Quiet across the mid-Atlantic and into the Northeast. Here we are. So, my folks in Texas, what else can I say about the state of Texas? You guys in Texas has been going through it. It's been a miserable summer for the Texas, but I just wanted to show you guys that heat in place across Texas and Oklahoma. You see all of these triple digits out here for the Dallas-Fort Worth, for Austin, as well as San Antonio, even down in Houston, we're in the upper 90s and near 100. And that heat is through Oklahoma, Texas, and over into Louisiana and along the Gulf Coast as well. So we're seeing that heat this afternoon across the state of Texas. Just wanted to give some of my Texas peeps a little bit more attention as they are looking for a way out of that heat. I'm still seeing those signals that the heat is going to break here in a few days. So just hang on, that a change is going to come. So you're going to get a break from that heat. We're seeing that ridiculous heat across the state of Texas, that heat. But at least we do have a little bit of lower humidities towards West Texas. It's cooler in West Texas because of that disturbance. It's bringing a lot of rainfall. So you're seeing those temperatures in the 80s across the like El Paso area. So thinking of rainfall, we are seeing some rainfall across North Texas, despite of the fact that those temperatures are so hot. Right along that frontal boundary here, we're seeing a few showers and some thunderstorms, and we're looking at about, I don't know, maybe a tenth of an inch of rain for a lot of these regions. So very small rainfall amounts for some of these thunderstorms. It's very isolated and scattered. Not everybody's going to see a shower or storm, but nevertheless, there are some showers and storms there across North Texas as well as down towards southwestern Texas through the El Paso area, where there's a little bit heavier rainfall down in this region because of that tropical disturbance, that's that tropical wave that's very slowly tracking to the west and is going to affect the Four Corners over the next couple of days. So let's move on to our weather forecast for the next 3 days. And this afternoon, we're going to continue to see those issues with flash flooding down across the Four Corners and the desert southwest, as we have this potential here for some heavy rainfall along the U.S. and Mexican border from West Texas all the way to south central Arizona. So that includes New Mexico, and then some more heavy rain and flash flooding is expected across portions of northern New Mexico. And we're going to be seeing that this afternoon. So more showers and storms with those monsoons through the Four Corners, and some more showers and storms down through the southeast and the southern plains today. Scattered showers and thunderstorms tracking all the way across the southeast down towards the east coast of the Atlantic down there and the state of Florida, as we have our cold front that's very slowly dropping to the south and becoming stationary in some sections as well. But it's going to be the catalyst for showers and storms across the southeast this afternoon. And we'll see a few more showers and storms from an area of low pressure here across the northeast that's pulling away from the coast out there. And we're seeing those showers and storms, mostly rain, maybe a few isolated embedded storms moving away across Maine and portions of the New England states this afternoon. But we're going to start to dry out this evening as that guy pulls off to the west. And then another storm system that's tracking across the northern plains along the U.S. and Canadian border. We're seeing those showers and thunderstorms, some scattered stuff through Minnesota as well as through the Dakotas, and that's where we could possibly see a little bit of severe weather possible this afternoon as well. Dry weather across the Pacific Northwest and through the central and northern plains and through portions of the Midwest and the Great Lakes for the most part this afternoon. And for tomorrow, we'll continue to see those monsoons take place across the four corners and more of that heavy rain down here along the U.S. and Mexican border for yet another day as that very slow moving tropical wave makes its way toward the west, and it's going to spread that heavy rain down here along the U.S. and Mexican border. So if you're in the Tucson area, certainly be on the lookout for some flash flooding and heavy rainfall from those monsoons, and those thunderstorms will continue through the rest of the four corners and through portions of Nevada and eastern California as well. We can see a couple of spotty showers there through portions of the Pacific Northwest, through northern Oregon and southern Washington along the Cascade Mountain Range. You can see a few isolated showers and thunderstorms. And our pesky frontal boundary that's been hanging down here through Texas now and along the Gulf Coast over into the southeast, it's going to continue to spread more showers and thunderstorms across the state of Texas. Maybe Texas could get a little bit more rainfall tomorrow, but you will see those showers and storms along the Gulf Coast and into portions of the southeast in South Carolina and Georgia, where you can see some heavy rain that could lead to some flooding, and including the Jacksonville, Florida area, you can see some of those showers and thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon as well. A few more showers possible in the northeast and across the upper Mississippi Valley and the northern plains as that second storm system makes its way across the northern tier of the nation for your Thursday. So for Friday, we're going to be seeing an increase in the amount of flooding possible through those monsoons across the four corners as soon as they really kick off on Friday. So we have a very large area through New Mexico, Arizona, as well as southern Utah and southwestern Colorado, where we could be seeing that heavy rain from those monsoons, and it could lead to some flash flooding. And those showers and storms will extend all the way into the northern Rockies, and our frontal boundary will also remain through portions of the southeast as this Texas portion will wash out. So you lose the effects of that frontal boundary. You might pick up a few isolated scattered afternoon thunderstorms here across Texas and along the Gulf Coast. And we're going to be continuing to see these shortwave areas of low pressure associated with this weakening boundary here. And it's going to bring some showers to Florida and across the southeast and through portions of the southern Appalachians as well. Dry day across the northeast. We're going to be dry across the eastern portions of the Great Lakes, but the western Great Lakes and the upper Mississippi Valley and portions of the northern plains and through the Midwest, we'll see some showers and thunderstorms and the potential for some isolated severe weather for your Friday as well through portions of Minnesota and Wisconsin. So let's take a look at our severe weather and talk about that potential for severe weather across the northern tier of the nation. So here we are as we take a look at our map this afternoon. We're going to be seeing that severe weather through portions of the northern plains. We're talking North and South Dakota, where we can see those thunderstorms, those isolated severe storms, and that primary threat is going to be some gusty winds and heavy rain. And we could also see some severe thunderstorms down here through portions of the southern Arizona along the U.S.-Mexican border, where we could see some severe weather, and that heavy rain is going to be the primary threat. And more heavy rain is expected along the Gulf Coast and in the southeast this afternoon as well. Heavy rain and some gusty winds with some of that severe weather today. Tomorrow, we'll also continue to see that severe weather along the Gulf Coast and into portions of the southeast. Heavy rain and gusty winds is going to be the primary threat. And in the northern plains, we'll get also portions of the upper Midwest through the high plains, we're going to see mainly through Nebraska, where we could see some severe weather possible and heavy rain and gusty winds. It's maybe some small hail through this portion, and an isolated weak tornado is also going to be possible through the plain states there for your Thursday afternoon. And for your Friday, that severe weather area moves a little bit further to the east, and we're going to be seeing it through Iowa and through portions of Missouri and Kansas, where we could be seeing the possibility for some heavy rain, gusty winds, and some small hail, and a weak isolated twister or tornado is going to be possible as well through portions of the Midwest for your Friday. So that is a look at the severe weather outlook for the next 3 days. Now let's talk a quick peek at the tropics. Not really much to say here. We do have one tropical feature out here of note, but this guy has a very minimal chance of development, as all of the precipitation is kind of riding along the north side. It's not really having a good circular pattern of rotation, so all of this energy and moisture is wrapped around one side of the storm. A lot of shear taking place, so it has a very weak chance of further development. Only about a 10% chance of further development over the next 24 to 48 hours. And in the Pacific, quiet, nothing to speak of. So that is it. That is your 3-day weather forecast for your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Your meteorologist, Mr. G here, back here with our new studio. And don't forget that Friday we will have a live weather forecast. So we're going to have an extended forecast. So we're going to make it special for you guys. I'm going to talk about the long range and all kinds of crazy stuff. And if anybody's watching, you can shoot me a message, question over the chat, and I'll try to answer it for you. All right, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow and Friday. Have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.